All right, back at Laguna Seca for the first time in months, here with Lightspeed Truck Events. I'm driving with stock ECU right now, no Cobb tune. Wow, these cars next to me are quite loud. A lot of very fast cars. And then there's me and my Integra Type S family car. My best here is a 39.8. Let's see what we can do today.
0.16.
Back in. Not the most exciting first day, I must say, for this Laguna weekend, but that's also because, well, a few reasons. Ton of super fast cars here today. Apparently a race team drove up from SoCal, and that's a good number of people just on their own in the advanced group. And secondly, I only drove my car for 2 sessions today. I drove a GT3 in an earlier session, and this is now the last session of the day, and I never really got into a good groove with the car. In the first session, my tires were way overfilled, 42 psi hot. In this session just now, just couldn't get any clean laps. So we'll be back out here tomorrow to hopefully set a half decent time. I was only able to pull off, let's see, a low 42 based on this app right here. This app is not yet publicly available. Doing a little bit of testing for the developer. Very similar timing between this with an external GPS versus my Garmin Catalyst. It's only 0.02 seconds off. But that's it for the day. Let's come back tomorrow. But either way, I'm just happy to be driving my Integra Type S. This is now track day number 21 with this car. That is actually pretty insane. No real issues in terms of mechanical failures. Basically just tires, brakes, oil changes, and I'm good to go. All right, time to get some rest, and we'll be back here tomorrow. All right, day 2, session 2. I skipped session 1. It's already getting pretty warm out here, over 70 degrees. I turned back on the Cobb Stage 1 tune, so it should be making around 15 wheel horsepower more than stock. Tires not in the best shape, but also not corded, so we're just gonna send it, see what happens.
Starting first lap. left, carry more speed. Nice work. Next left, brake later. Above average. Job braking longer.
session. I don't know what's going on. The car just doesn't feel grippy. Also, the water temp got up to around 220 almost. I don't know if at that temperature the engine pulls timing at all, but overall the car just doesn't feel as grippy as usual. I think it's a combination of these tires having a few track days on them already, and the fact that it's quite warm out here. The UV index seems pretty crazy right now. The track surface, I imagine, is quite hot. Also, it's taking me longer to warm up today. Only got a couple of sessions yesterday, never really got into a good groove with the car. I think I'm someone who needs a pretty good amount of warm-up, at least one full incident-free, traffic-free session in order to get like in the zone, if that makes sense. And until that happens, the chances of a PB are very low. But that's okay. I am just here to have fun today. I did not expect a PB, especially not with 3-day-old tires. The V730s really are quickest on day one, despite what many people say about these tires being the quickest once the outer grooves or the treads have completely flattened out. That is not my experience at all. I think these tires feel by far the quickest after they've just been scrubbed in. That's how I PB'd at Sonoma, and I'm pretty sure when I PB'd at Laguna, I only had a couple of sessions at most on these tires. But at least that was an incident-free session. Let's take a break and then go back out in the afternoon. Rapidly now. I think I might be done for the day. I really do think I'm reaching the point where I want to experience something different on track. This is my 22nd track day in the Integra Type S. I've hit, I would say, 2 of my lap time goals with the car. Sub 150 Sonoma, sub 140 Laguna. Could I go quicker? Yes. But I just find myself not as excited to drive this car anymore. And I feel like without that motivation there, it's not really worth it. This Type S has served me well, no doubt. I mean, I think I've grown my driving skills with this car quite a bit, actually. More than I expected to. I mean, 22 track days, I think, is more than I've done with any of my previous track cars, the BRZ, the S2000, etc. And I kind of just want to try something new. I thrive on new driving experiences. Cars that I can grow with, cars that I can own, do track days with, commute, road trip. I love cars that can do it all. Call me crazy, but I'm not necessarily the kind of person who is dying to have a hardcore, caged, fully weight reduction, dedicated track car. Not saying I'm against that, but I really like my cars to be enjoyable in multiple situations. So we'll see where I land. For now, another big shout out to Lightspeed Track Events. Hosted another great weekend here at Laguna Seca. Didn't PB, but still got in some decent laps. It's time to take the car home. See you guys next time.